he was talking about how this is our baseball team, ours being Tampa Bay's, right? It's the region's baseball team. It's, even though they're the owners, the word did he use? The stewards, if you will, of baseball here in Tampa Bay now that they own Patrick Zalupski, Ken Babby, and Bill Cosgrove and company. Of course, there are much more investors, a lot of them Tampa Bay investors that are involved, but these three obviously are the head of the ownership group, and Ken Babby in particular is the CEO. He is brilliant. You can tell he's been speaking in front of groups for the entirety of his career, for all of the different things he's done. Like, he's just so comfortable. I thought a lot of times, even though I hated what he had to say, that Stu Sternberg was kind of being honest when he would speak, but he was always awkward. It always came off weird. It always came off like, does this guy know what he's up there for? And, man, it's totally the opposite with Ken Babby.
It really is. And, Stu Sternberg had Brian Auld and had Matt Silverman as mouthpieces, but, they are great guys. And Brian, I find them both to be interesting guys. But, Ken Babby was born to do his role that he's doing right now within the CEO. And I think that this partnership group has done a really good job in how they've configured the head of this ownership group. Ken Babby he's a motivator. When you get in front of him, when you see him, when you hear him talk and how excited and genuine Ken Babby is, you can't help but fall in love with him. It makes sense why. What's his Akron's team name again, Sam Cohen?
Rubber Duckies.
Why the Rubber Duckies, why anything he's touched has had success at the minor league level, and why it makes sense to get him involved in this, because he's really good. I went to both nights. I didn't go last week. I went to both nights this week, Tuesday and Wednesday night. And I knew I came in a little late yesterday. Pat was there the whole time, and I purposely, intentionally came in late because I had already seen the first half is a presentation from Ken Babby, and then it's a Q&A. I really wanted to hear what the community had to say. I wanted to see the support. That's what I really wanted to feel. I had already seen the presentation. I came in, the presentation was still going on. I was standing in the back. I mean, Ken Babby, it was as if I had gone to see a Broadway show, and the performance was memorized, but also flowing naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he really hit, the way he talked about everything was almost exactly the same. And this isn't like a 5-minute presentation. He's not looking at notes. He's got a projector up there, but he's not looking at it.
Yeah.
He's just.
Well, I think he uses that for sure to help him get through the whole spiel, because he had the wheel of all the different things, and he went through each one of them. But
the spiel
flawlessly.
The spiel, that was just it was perfectly rehearsed. He's just tight, and he really. And Pat, I was interested to hear what you thought, because I told you, I was like, man, I walked away and I'm like, this guy gives a damn.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
Oh, no doubt.
He means
no
it.
doubt. And I'd love to hear, and if you happen to be listening, 888-388-0957. I'd love to hear from our listener Jason, who we met last night, who was out there with his daughter. And he asked a question right before you and I took off so that we could get up this morning.
He sounded like a listener calling the show with his question.
Yeah, yeah. He even pointed towards the people that would be voting for this and was like, when our people vote for this, right? It was pretty.
It was excellent.
It was pretty hilarious.
Perfect.
But we were talking prior to everything getting started, and I heard him talking to somebody else about the team itself, and he was just like, there's nobody left. We traded everybody. He was not very excited about the roster. And, I felt kind of bad because a couple of our friends from the Rays were sitting, right in front of me. And he was just,
ripping into him.
He was not having good things to say about his optimism this season.
To his credit, he didn't know, I'm sure, that that they were with the Rays.
Listen, he's just being real. He's just being he's a Rays fan.
That's
the
true.
guy was there because he cares about the ballpark. The guy's there because he's a Rays fan. And that's how a lot of Rays fans feel right now. So if they don't want to hear that, they might want to do some more with the roster.
Shout out Ron Weaver. Shout out Ron Weaver. You may be asking yourself, who is this Ron Weaver? I was asking myself, who is this Ron Weaver a couple nights ago? Ron Weaver is just a man of the people.
He's magic.
He's magic. He's a man of the community. Who is Ron? He's just a Tampa guy. Ron is somebody who came up and asked a question on Tuesday night, and Ron is a man who showed up on Wednesday night at the Skills Center yesterday in North Tampa, and he asked another question.
Was it a different question?
Different, similar. It was very similar.
Was it
in a different way?
Was it as theatrical?
More theatrical the first night.
The more theatrical
Yes.
the first night. Wow,
Absolutely.
I missed out.
More theatrical the first night.
I missed out on Ron Weaver.
Yeah, Ron Weaver round 1 was a bigger hitter than Ron Weaver round 2. But
this is like the opposite of Metallica.
I
always go on the wrong night.
He was electric. He had a suit on. I forget if he wore the same suit both nights.
I hope so.
He loves. Me too. He loves Long Island iced teas. He loves
Who
his
doesn't,
Rays.
by the way? They're fantastic. I'd have one right now if somebody would bring us one.
I think he was all about light rail. And you know what?
Yes, he was.
Ron's a I knew that Ron. I knew him. I was like, he looks so familiar, and he speaks so well.
Yeah.
He's a Tampa Bay developer. Ron's a big deal.
He is a big deal.
Ron got it.
I'll tell you what, this whole thing is a big deal, and I hope if you get a chance to go to one of these that you do, because I want people, and they jokingly, one of the young ladies that was on stage last night with Ken Babby jokingly said, make sure you lean on your representatives to vote for this. And I really would love you to go to this if you get a chance, because I do think it is something that is exciting and motivational. As a Tampa Bay resident, I do think this is something that's going to be massive for our community. Like when they lay it out, I'm a believer in all of it.
Me too.
And the quote that stuck with me, and I think it was it was at least before you came and sat down with me. There was one quote that it moved me, and I think that I think it's real. I believe in this quote and what Ken Babby said last night. This is a generational moment for our city. This is a generational moment for our city. And I hope we get that. And I hope we figure it out when we get it done. Because if not, it could be a generational moment for our city in a bad way.
Yeah, the numbers look great. I don't know where they get the numbers. They said they have multiple people.
I believe all
groups.
of them.
Get a load of Ron Weaver, man. Get a load of our guy.
He is. Should we have him? Should we do a podcast with Ron?
He's a developer. He's a big deal. I knew I recognized him.
Yeah.
Oh, probably from my years at AM Tampa Bay, WFLA. And I also saw that I thought he spoke very eloquently. I thought he spoke very well. He was very into Long Island iced teas and very passionate.
Who isn't into Long Island iced teas?
I don't really care for them.
What?
I could take them or leave them.
They're so delicious. Sam Cohen, who, by the way, doesn't have a drink. He only drinks to get hammered. Sam Cohen.
All right. I mean,
where do you come?
His family's listening.
I'm just kidding.
I don't drink often.
That's what I say about all 20-something-year-olds.
Yeah, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to get flabbergasted. I mean,
I tried to dial it back, and then you had to go full on and
I just
confirm it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the truth. But you
get flabbergasted?
Yeah, I like a Long Island iced tea. Let's just,
Sam, find out everything you can in the next 10 minutes for me behind the scenes on Ron Weaver. I want to know everything.
Oh, man.
I got to know everything about him.